As we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic has already worsened the high prevalence of gender-based violence, child rights violation, and human trafficking due to greater economic stress in households in times of crisis coupled with increased social isolation. Kenya, not left out with great impact, fell due to loss of livelihoods. Cases of gender-based violence, teenage and early marriages are on the rise due to the economic constraints. COVID-19 has produced a lot of uncertainty. Persistent worries on safety and normal functioning of the community are threatened. On March 25th and 26th of the year 2021, ASK Justice and Peace Commission organized a 2-day trainers workshop at Dimesse Sisters Karen. The training objective was to enhance participants' knowledge on sexual and gender-based violence, child safeguarding, and human trafficking. The participants were expected to come up with the implementation work plans to create awareness to communities at the grassroots. The training was attended by 64 participants who entailed sisters, women, and human rights teachers representing the 25 AUs. Caroline Nyambura Nganga was the facilitator of the first day and shared the following to say about the topic of the day.
Today we had a great day with a group of TOTs, which is trainers of trainers in full. They're also facilitators in different areas. They're working on human rights issues. Some are teachers, others are in peace committee circles facilitating issues around change. So we needed to cover content on sexual and gender-based violence, understanding key concepts and terms, definitions of key terms, and then what causes gender-based violence, what can we do to prevent it, and what is our role in the process of sexual and gender-based violence prevention and response. We also looked at how this team as facilitators can go out there and facilitate referral systems for SGBV, and also how they can work together with the government and other community structures to be able to action change around sexual and gender-based violence.
Elias Mukua, who is the Executive Director of Loyola Center for Media and Communications, was the facilitator of the second day.
So in order to contextualize this study, our training here today has been really to help the Justice and Peace members within the OSK to take action. First of all, to be aware what's a child safeguarding policy, what are the protocols, what can be done, what are their responsibilities, and the overall responsibility is always to act in the best interest of a child and a child who has been abused. We also want to disabuse the notion that child abuse is mostly related to sex. You know, the question of sexual abuse, whether it's at the level of harassment or actual penetration taking place. But it's much more than that. It's physical abuse, you know, beating children. It's emotional, how you can manipulate the emotions of children with images, stimulation, and all this. It's psychological, before or after an act, particularly if it's a contact, an intimate contact, how that can affect a child in the long time. And it can also be neglect because of discrimination, neglect because of maybe poor structural laws or infrastructure within the organization. All these are important factors that can affect a child in the long term.
Participants of the training were more than happy after the training, and they did not hide their feelings after the training session was over.
Today, on 24th of March 2021, I'm so humbled to be amongst the people who got the chance to get lessons on sexual and gender-based violence. At least the day was successful. We had our guest speaker, Madam Carol Nganga, who handled the issue, and to my knowledge now, because I've already gotten some knowledge on it, Isiolo County last week had a case of violence. A lady by the name Celestine was killed. And so being that we didn't know the scenario will happen, and today we are discussing on the same thing. So it happened in my county. So as a member of AOSK, what am I supposed to do in my county? How am I supposed to change the notion of sexual and gender-based violence? And that's why I'm here today saying my day was successful, because I got vast knowledge on how to curb such things in my county.
When I'm leaving this place, I will not be the same as I came, but I have knowledge, the vast knowledge to talk to the girls whom I'm training back in North Rift region, and I have something to talk with them. Like now we are starting holidays and we are going to have them for a long holiday. This is the thing to teach them, train our girls on how to carry out themselves, and our boys also to know what to do and what not to do.
So there is a lot which I've learned today, and from here I'll know how to tackle issues on the ground, e.g. the referral system. When you get a case from the ground up to the end levels, that is the court. Again, networking with different stakeholders is a new thing, and I know how to go about with them. And I believe from here, the coordination between me and the other stakeholders, we shall form a network that is going to help much more on the cases of children within my county.
Nimekuja hapa kama kiongozi ambao napigana na mimba za mapema, ambao natetea boy child, ambao natetea wamama ambao bado hawajajua haki zao katika ndoa. Nafanya kazi na kikundi kiko Kilifi CBO, inaitwa Kilifi Moms, ambao tumesaidiana sana kupigana na mimba za mapema. Kuja kwangu hapa nilitaka kujua mafundisho zaidi, niweze kwenda kujiendeleza katika kupigana na majanga yale yaliyo Kilifi. Haswa wakati huu Kilifi kuna ofisi imefunguliwa mpya ya mashoga, ya kufundisha mashoga. Na sijaona mtu anaweza tetea wale vijana wetu ambao wanahusishwa na mambo yale. Ofisi iko kubwa, wanafundishwa na wanalipwa. Uchungu wangu kama mzazi ni hao watoto wetu wa vijana, tutawafanya nini? Tutawakomboa vipi?